Working at Fox over the years has given me the chance to travel all over the country. And America is a beautiful land. The majestic mountains, lush valleys, magical forests, and fertile farmland, and I mean fertile, as far as the eye can see. You could walk around America and not see another soul for days. And then there's Alaska.
Alaska wants to welcome you back in 2021 to its wide open spaces. It'll be the year to roam big, wander wild, and discover more. Come to think of it, there's more wildlife than humans in Alaska, making it the best kind of unbelievable.
Alaska is the perfect place to hunt, hike, ski, kayak, or pop a Chinese balloon. But by now, we all know that's not what happened. Joe Biden let the spy balloon float around North America for a whole week before a civilian spotted it in Montana. So why is Joe so gun shy? He didn't shoot it down in Alaska, where there's one person per square mile, or in Montana, where there are more cows than people. Biden let it go for 4,500 miles, from the Pacific to the Atlantic, zigzagging in between our military bases and nuke sites, soaking up our secrets like a sponge. And when Joe finally popped it over the ocean, the debris spread just for about 7 miles. You're saying Biden couldn't find a 7-mile stretch in Alaska or Montana or anywhere else in the world's third largest country to take it down? We can put a Tomahawk missile through a window in Jalalabad. You're saying we don't have the tech to bring down a balloon where we want it? That this balloon's like a piñata? It just pops open and we have no control over where the pieces go? We have a missile defense system that can intercept Russian missiles midair and outer space before they land here. Something tells me there's more to this story. Biden claims he wanted to shoot it down in Montana, but the world's most powerful man was overruled.
We made it clear to China what we're going to do. They understand our position. We're not going to back off. We did the right thing.
You've known about the balloon program for some time. Has it always been your view to shoot down a Chinese spy balloon, or was it only because it became public?
Oh, no, it was always my position. Once it came over to into the United States from Canada, I told the Defense Department I wanted to shoot it down as soon as it was appropriate.
Does this change?
They concluded we should not shoot it down over land. It was not a serious threat, and we should wait till it got across the water.
How can you overrule the commander-in-chief? General, shoot down that balloon. Sorry, sir, we should wait. No problem. I'm going to Delaware, where I'll be experiencing another consensual search. He's the guy that was elected to make this call, and somebody told him no, and he listened? What's going on here? Well, the White House says this was all a part of the plan. We just let China spy on us so that we can spy on the balloon.
The president, through the National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan, directed the military to refine and present options to shoot the balloon down immediately. The president also directed the military and the intelligence community to collect against the balloon so that we would learn more about China's capabilities and tradecraft. At the same time, we protected against Chinese intelligence collection because we knew exactly where the balloon was going.
So we let them spy on our nuke sites, and we're positive they didn't get anything good. Biden said he's 100% confident that the Chinese didn't see anything for over 4,000 miles. Because Biden was confident that the Taliban wouldn't take over Afghanistan. So I'm not confident in Joe Biden's confidence. We protected against Chinese intelligence collection? Well, that's the same thing we said when the Chinese slept with Swalwell, that they didn't get anything. I mean, that's what they said when they put a spy as Senator Feinstein's driver for 20 years. He didn't hear anything for 20 years in the front seat of the car. Okay. I'm not sure whatever we've been doing to protect against Chinese spies is working, because they've been stealing a lot of our stuff. And how do you know it didn't soak up all of our corporate secrets? How do you know they didn't fly it over Boeing's headquarters? All of a sudden, China's planes are faster. Oops. They're still fishing this thing out of the ocean. Spy equipment the size of a jetliner exploded in 7 miles of 50-foot deep water. Are they really going to find every single piece? CNN's still looking for that Malaysian flight. What are they going to learn from it when it's all wet? When I drop my phone in the pool, it doesn't work very well. Wouldn't it be better to capture this stuff on dry land? It's almost like Biden wanted the balloon sack all wet. Oh, sorry, guys, it's all wet. So now the FBI has China's wet spy balloon and Hunter's laptop. Which one do you think's harder to crack? Well, the White House says this is no big deal. This is the second balloon under Biden, and Joe's people said it happened 3 times under Trump. But every Trump official denies it, even the ones who hate Trump.
How is it possible that this administration discovered at least 3 previous balloons that flew over the U.S. under the previous administration, but Trump officials didn't know it was happening?
Yeah, so look, I think that, and we have talked about this before, about how when the PRC government surveillance balloons transited the continental U.S. briefly, at least 3 times, as you just mentioned, during the president's prior administration. But the intelligence community, as I said, is prepared to give briefings to key officials. But this is something. Post. But this is something that they were not aware of.
I always believe what the intelligence community says about Trump. Every time, it's always right. So China had 3 balloons here under Trump. Nobody saw them. Only Biden knows about them, and he'll brief Trump officials on it. Why didn't we hear about these balloons on the news? Well, because they weren't balloons. They were UFOs. It looks like in order to make Biden look better, Washington officials took a bunch of UFO reports from the Trump years and renamed the balloons UFOs and leaked it. And the UFOs are now identifying as Chinese balloons. So the first president to get tough on China, the guy who started a trade war with them and wanted to nuke a hurricane if it got too close to Miami, wouldn't pop a Chinese spy balloon. Trump wanted to throw missiles at Mexican drug cartels, but he's going to leave a Chinese blimp alone. Yeah. There's no video, there's no flight records, there's no memos. It's only anonymous intelligence sources saying Trump let Chinese balloons hover. And if the Chinese spy balloons are also common, why is the administration scrambling to brief Congress? If this wasn't the first time, shouldn't Congress have already been briefed on spy balloons? Why did Biden keep it a secret until a civilian snapped a picture, huh? It's just like the classified documents. Biden wasn't going to say anything until the press found out. And we don't cancel Blinken's trip with China until after the press finds out. What was Blinken going to promise Xi Jinping that at this meeting that was so important that we were going to allow a Chinese spy balloon and not cancel it? This balloon's actually a blessing in disguise. Now America knows about the threat of China. Everyone in America knows about the Chinese threat. First COVID, now the spy balloon. We couldn't see the Chinese bribe Hunter with diamonds. We couldn't watch Swalwell get honey trapped, thank God. But this is right in everyone's face. This weekend, it was all of everything that people were talking about.
How would you have handled the Chinese spy balloon?
I would have popped that sucker right away.
As soon as I saw it, boom, this got to go. If my mom's, I'd have shot that down.
And we'll have more on that later tonight. Americans finally realize Russia isn't the big boogeyman that the FBI makes it out to be. Russia's naughty, but they have nothing on China. China's spying, bribing, poisoning, sabotaging us, stealing our tech. They're our #1 foreign threat, and our president and his family are in their pocket. Biden's family's in business with the spy chief of China. Hunter is sleeping with Chinese spies, taking in millions from communists. Biden's school, where he stored those top-secret documents, was flooded with Chinese cash. After Biden got in the White House, he shut the program that was spying on China down. And then he refuses to shoot down a Chinese spy balloon. Not a good look. And Joe was even hanging with Hunter this weekend. Look at this. Did Hunter want the balloon popped? Both of these guys are under investigation for national security reasons and Chinese influence schemes. The FBI seized Joe and Hunter's property. Joe just took out a $250,000 loan, probably to pay for Hunter's lawyers and his own lawyers. And these two guys are kicking it over the weekend with their feet up, watching their Chinese buddies balloon transmit our secrets back to Beijing. So Joe didn't have anything on the schedule today, phoning up on his big State of the Union for tomorrow night.
Does this change your speech tomorrow night, sir, and your foreign policy message?
No. I mean, it looks like he's just going to read whatever speeches people wrote for him months ago. Ignore the balloon, ignore inflation, ignore crime, ignore the border. Everything is just fine. Just don't look up.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.